morning guys, this is Alex on the Casuals, and today we're going to be playing Genshin Impact, and we're going to bring you guys a guide on Xiangling. Now the first thing that you need to know about Xiangling is that she is an unlockable character that you do not have to go through the wish system. To get her the first time, you actually have to go to the Spiral Abyss, which is unlocked at Adventure Rank 20, and you need to clear the floor number 3 and chamber number 5. This can be done somewhat easily once you reach about character level 40, so Adventure Rank 25. It can still be pretty challenging in a way because you will require a lot of fire elements because of the fourth chamber, and unless you're really lucky, your only fire character at that time will be Amber, so you will need to have a decent Amber for this challenge. Do note that we do have a video showcasing the Spiral Abyss and the third floor. However, we are using Xiangling just to showcase her at the same time, so it is easier in our video than it actually is going to be for you guys. So Xiangling uses a spear. She can do multiple really rapid attacks that are really useful, and you can charge it to do like a dive, pierce, thrusting, or she has a guoba, means a little bear that eat peppers and flame breads. It does a decent amount of damage. And it has a really short cooldown. By the time that he's gonna be gone, you can pop him again. And because of this, this character I actually built pretty elemental oriented, and our ultimate I'll also show you guys on a combat scenario, but it sets everything on fire basically, and you have a spear rotating around you, and it does a lot of damage, so it's really useful. She's probably the first character you unlock that actually use these, and she's really powerful in my opinion. She has really rapid attacks, and her fire attack, her ultimate, is super powerful, does massive AoE. So it's really useful, especially once you're gonna reach like enemies that are either frost or enemies that have shields like this guy over here. You can burn his shield. So it's always going to be useful. And now I'm having a bit of an issue here, and I'll explain you why. Right now it's raining outside, so you see this little guy on top of his pillar. He's freezing me because he's frost, and since it's raining, I keep getting frozen. Now, in my case, I've tried to increase her level as much as possible compared to my other members. She's the second strongest of my team, and she has a decent attack for her level. What the cool part about this character is once you unlock her in the Spiral Abyss, you're also gonna unlock 4-star weapon, a 4-star spear for her. So it's gonna be really easy to have a really strong weapon early on with this character. Now in my case, I increased this weapon to 50 as soon as possible. And now would need to reach Adventure Rank 30 to even push it further, but it would be still an easy upgrade since these materials are all acquired through domains, agents, and just normal monsters that you can upgrade the white version. Now for the artifacts, as I mentioned earlier, considering that she has really short cooldowns with the guoba, I personally went into the elemental mastery way. I gave her the instructor 2 set piece bonus to increase her elemental damage basically, and I also increase her energy recharge rate so that I can really focus on our elements more than our normal attacks, since the way I usually play is that I'm going to use a lot of abilities for elemental reactions across all my characters, and then I'll always try to have my Traveler, which is my strongest character, the highest attack, to do the normal basic damage. If you want to see the elemental mastery, what it does exactly, you can click details. However, I'd recommend to do this on the attributes page and not the artifacts page, because it's going to go specific for these artifacts, and even if you want to see like your set bonuses, they're not going to appear in artifacts. So you click details over here, and it's going to say that my elemental mastery is at 109, and this is the damage increase that I'm getting. And you can see all other cool stats also in here, which are pretty useful to know. Now for artifacts, there's really 3 slots that are more important than others in my opinion, and these are obviously the feathers, as every character needs a good attack, and feathers are the basic of attack increase basically, but also the cups. And the reason you want a really good cup and that you really look out for it is because the cups can increase your elemental damage. So you're gonna really have to try and grind and farm until you find a cup that increases fire damage, basically pyro damage, to basically equip it on her to increase her fire damage even more. Now the other artifact that's really useful to try and hunt for is crown, I guess, because most of the time these items are gonna have elemental mastery on them, or you can have like energy recharge or stuff like this. The more and more you're going to progress, the more you're going to have to try and tailor not only to have a specific set, but to have specific stats on the items. Now for the talents, in my case I increase our normal attacks, even though I use her not as much as the main character. The auto attacks should always be the first thing that you're going to upgrade on any character that you plan on auto attacking with a decent amount, since I mean it's your bread and butter basically. And I also increase our Gulba attack because it has a really short cooldown and he stays active and breathing fire for a long time. You can see here the skill attributes. He went up by I think it was 8% or something, or 9% whenever I leveled him up, and the first levels are really easy to upgrade. So yeah, obviously in my case I tried to go really hard on our elemental damage. Because fire is an element that's, I mean, all elements are super useful, but this one can be especially useful because I especially hate frost enemies, frost slimes with frost shields and stuff like this. So now another really cool thing about this character is her passive ability, which is Chef de Cuisine, and basically what it means is that you're gonna gain 1 additional proficiency whenever you're gonna cook dishes perfectly. This seems either, the tooltip is either not properly explained or there's a bug, but basically it does not seem to apply to every item in the game, every cooking item in the game, but it does apply to a big amount. So whenever you're going to be at a cooking station and you pick up something that you want to cook, just make sure to always check and change your character and see if Xiangling is available and if she has a bonus for it. In this case she does, so if I cook this, I'm going to get 2 proficiency instead of 1. Now I'm not going to cook this because my proficiency is already max, but let's say I did this instead. As you see, like, she doesn't have a character bonus, however Barbara does, but Barbara's proficiency bonus only like make it easier to craft. It doesn't increase her proficiency. Now for Xiangling's constellation, like any character, they're all pretty good. This one reduced like the power resistance whenever you use Guoba, and I mean whenever you're gonna progress through these, it is going to take a fair amount of time because it's going to rely on you being lucky in the wish system and actually acquiring the same character over and over again to basically have this item, which is the Xiangling Stellar Fortuna constellation thing, and it's going to allow you to progressively unlock the constellation tree. But the further you can go into this path with any character is going to increase drastically your character performance. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope the information was useful. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, hitting that notification bell, joining our Discord. Link's going to be in the description box. Thank you guys.